So, looking back at Starlight's origin story during the Season 5 finale, I noticed a few things which actually brought up some new questions. What if Starlight was the one meant to go to Celestia's school in the first place? When you compare both their knowledge and their potential for magic these days, Sunburst might be a little more learned when it comes to knowing spells, but pales in comparison when it comes to performing spells. In fact, even as an alicorn, Twilight Sparkle struggles quite a bit whenever she's dueling against Starlight. So it begs the question, why wasn't Starlight accepted into Celestia's school for gifted unicorns? One could argue that since Starlight hadn't gotten her cutie mark just yet, she wouldn't have been able to put on any impressive displays of magic at that point. But that begs an even more intriguing question. Why was Sunburst accepted into Celestia's school? And for that matter, why were all these other unicorns accepted? We may not see much of their interactions or their ability in those flashbacks during Amending Fences, but if you take a look at any of these unicorns nowadays, I don't think we've seen any one of them show anywhere near the amount of talent that Twilight has shown in the series. You have a couple of very knowledgeable bookworms in Sunburst and Moondancer, but can you honestly say that any of these unicorns have shown they are gifted in some way? It's a bit puzzling as to why Celestia's school accepted them in the first place. But then it occurred to me, what if Celestia's goal wasn't about teaching gifted unicorns, but rather finding one specific unicorn? I've spoken many times before about how some of Celestia's decisions in the series have had almost a hint of predicting the future in them, so it wouldn't be that far of a stretch that she was preparing for the return of the elements of harmony even this far back. So imagine for a moment that around the time Twilight was beginning her studies of magic, Celestia had opened her school up to any unicorn of a certain age who had just gotten their cutie mark and or displayed an impressive level of magic. And suddenly, it makes a bit more sense as to why you have such a vast difference in magical talent between the many students both then and now. But let's take it a step further than that. Imagine that Sunburst had been accepted into Celestia's school simply because of that one moment of magical talent combined with getting his cutie mark. And because of that, Starlight had felt she'd lost her only friend, which in turn led her down a far different path than Twilight. I mean, if Twilight was the one in Starlight's circumstances, losing a friend and feeling betrayed and alone, and say Starlight was the one who hadn't made a friend and just spent all her time studying, what if Starlight was the one meant to attend Celestia's school all along? It's quite the long shot, I know, but honestly, we've already seen other characters who had similar circumstances to Twilight, but ended up going down a different path due to the lack of friendship. Is it really so far-fetched to think of Starlight who went down a different path because she had a friend to begin with? I have to wonder whether the MLP writers might explore this story angle at some point in the show's future. What do you think? I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.